Hello and welcome to tonight's show.
That's your gap hoodie, is that right? That's you, who you're shooting at?
Young Dolph.
Alright, now back it up again, Miss Iris, if you would. Back it up for Justin getting out of the car.
Good evening, everybody. We're breaking into programming right now as the judge in the trial of Justin Johnson, that's the man accused of killing Young Dolph, has reached a verdict. Now, this is a live look into the courtroom right now as the jury has made its way back into the jury box there. Justin Johnson is facing several charges in the death of Young Dolph. Johnson was one of 3 people charged, but he's the only person on trial right now. The jury can find Johnson guilty or not guilty on 3 different charges. Number 1, conspiracy to commit first-degree murder. 2, first-degree murder. And the 3rd, a convicted felon in possession of a firearm.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, have you reached a verdict?
We have, Your Honor.
Four person? If you would stand and read your verdict, please.
We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of conspiracy to commit first-degree murder as charged in count 1 of the indictment. We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of first-degree murder as charged in count 2 of the indictment. And we, the jury, find the defendant guilty of convicted felon in possession of a firearm as charged in count 3 of the indictment.
Thank you. Juror number 1, is that your verdict? Juror number 34, is that your verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 35, is that your verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 11, is that your verdict? Juror number 14, is that your verdict?
Yes, ma'am.
Juror number 17, is that your verdict?
Yes, ma'am.
Juror number 27, is that your verdict?
It is, Your Honor.
Juror number 33, is that your verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 25, is that your verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 44, is that your verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 23, is that your verdict?
Yes, ma'am.
Juror number 28, is that your verdict?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you again for your time and attention to this matter this week. Our system of self-government would not work without your service and sacrifice that you've made. Thanks again for your time and attention. You are excused.
Jurors excused.
And once again, there you just heard the verdict of the jury in the Justin Johnson case, the man accused of shooting and killing Young Dolph. He's found guilty on all 3 counts there. Count 1 of that indictment, the charges, conspiracy to commit first-degree murder. Lesser offense, facilitation, to wit, conspiracy to commit first-degree murder. Count 2 of the indictment, first-degree murder. Lesser offense, second-degree murder, facilitation with wit. First-degree murder, facilitation to wit, second-degree murder, voluntary manslaughter, aggravated assault, facilitation to wit, voluntary manslaughter, facilitation to wit, aggravated assault, simple assault, facilitation to wit, simple assault, and that 3rd count, convicted felon in possession of a firearm. As you heard right there, each one of those jurors agreeing to a guilty verdict in this case. Now, We will have more to come with this case. There will, of course, be much more to follow. ABC 24 News will be on top of this. As we've told you, we were covering this case gavel to gavel, just 1 week to find Justin Johnson guilty of all charges in the murder of Memphis rapper Young Dolph. Stay tuned. We'll have more.
There was an old song back in the day, and it went like this. Doom, doom, doom. Another one bites the dust. Doom, doom, doom. Another one bites the dust. And another one down, and another one down. Another one bites the dust. Hey, I'm going to get you too. Another one bites the dust. And basically that's just what happened to Justin Johnson, AK Straight Drop. Committed murder and was found guilty on all of his charges. I hope that a lot of you young men realize making a bad decision could put you in this particular situation. Sure, anybody is hard with a gun in their hand. Anybody is tough with a gun in their hand. A little man weighing $105 could kill a man weighing 225 pounds. Even though that bigger man can beat that smaller man in physicality, but in reality, when you have a gun, you are the man. You are the man in charge. You are the one that can control the situation. This was a very bad situation. If Big Jook paid these kids to go out and commit this murder, and they had a price, and they accepted that price, and they went out there and did the job, first of all, they did a very, very sloppy job. You come out there just sissy firing, hoping you hit whatever you gonna hit, which they did. They hit their target. Rest in peace, Young Dolph. But they didn't think that consequences was gonna follow behind their misconduct and the decision that they made to kill this man. You see, money is the root of all evil. Because if you look at it, Justin Johnson used to hang out with Young Dolph. He took Justin Johnson up under his wing. And what did Justin Johnson do? Betrayed this man for money. That's all it takes. There are people that will sell you out for the dollar. There are people that will put you out up under the cemetery for the dollar. This is a sad situation for both sides. Not only is Justin Johnson going for the rest of his life, but he will never have the opportunity to be a free man. A young man in his 20s, gone for the rest of his life. He'll never be able to put on drip no more. He'll never get to put on big chains and big jewelry and big rings no more. He'll never get the opportunity to drive fancy cars ever again. He will never get the opportunity to be with the woman of his choice and the woman that he desires ever again. He will never be able to be free to take a shower whenever he wants to, use the restroom whenever he wants to, eat when he wants to, go out when he wants to, turn up when he wants to, and enjoy his life when he wants to. He threw his life away. Now, if Big Jook put out $100,000 hit on Young Dolph, you got to think about it. They had to be splitting this money 3 or 4 ways. So let's just say they split it 4 ways. And it was $25,000 a piece. $25,000 ain't nothing. What was you gonna do with $25,000? How was you gonna splurge with $25,000? $25,000 would only last you maybe a month or 2. Because you know these youngsters, they wanna splurge. They wanna show out. They wanna ball all out. They wanna be on the gram, flashing money, flashing jewelry, flashing cars. Was it worth it? Justin Johnson, was it worth it taking this man's life for that little bit amount of money. You see, when you got young men like this that never had nothing, they'll crash out. They don't care. They don't give a damn. They don't care about your life, your kids' life, or anybody else's life, because they have been programmed to be misguided. They have been programmed to think that they're gangsters. They have been programmed to think that they're hard and they think that they're tough. Now, you got to spend the rest of your life in there with the big boys. You got to get in there and handle your candle, homie. Because if you don't handle your candle, you're going to be somebody's bitch, or you're going to be getting your ass whooped on a daily basis. You better be ready to knuckle up, or you better be ready to PC up, because that's the only step that you got if they allow you to be PC'd up. Because yeah, you was a local rapper. Yeah, you didn't have like the big success as Young Dolph. What you thought after you committed this murder, CMG was gonna hire you? They was gonna put you on? No, they used you as a guinea pig. And the other shooter, they used him as a guinea pig. He's sitting up there on the stand snitching, telling, oh, that's Justin Johnson right there. Oh, well, that's me right there. Oh, what kind of gun is that? Oh, that's a Draco. And it does this, it does that, and this. Just sitting up there telling. Y'all want to call yourself gangsters so bad. Then when it's time for you to do the time for the crime, y'all all bitch up. And y'all all start telling on each other. This is a valuable lesson for you young men. Do not put yourself in this situation. It's not worth it, man. It's not worth it, man. I done seen too many people, young black men, put their lives on the line to kill another young black man just to get caught, just to go to the penitentiary, just to do life. Do you understand the demographics of what racism does to our culture and to our people? What it does is the theory of what it is called is killing two birds in one stone. Justin Johnson might not be dead in physical form, but since he's off the streets and he's got to be a slave in the jail system for the rest of his life, he is considered dead. They are going to profit off of him. They are going to make money off of him. He is going to be a slave for the rest of his life. Not a prisoner, but a slave. A slave. You guys got to get that slave mentality out of your minds. You guys got to think a lot differently. You guys got to think a lot better. You guys got to put yourselves in better positions to have better results, to upgrade your life, be better in life. You know, the street life ain't nothing. The street life ain't gonna bring you nothing. The street life ain't gonna do nothing but what it did to Justin Johnson. It is going to get him life. And everybody else that rolled along in this nonsense that got life. I don't care what nobody say. Big Jug got backdoored. It could have been by a family member, or it could have been by a close friend. Because they knew they had to kill the head of the horse. You want to kill the horse, you got to cut that horse's head off. You want to kill that snake, you got to cut the head of the snake off. And that's exactly what they did. Yo Gotti is just a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Small time drug dealer that turned rapper that made a lot of money. But he ain't no rider. He ain't out there putting in no work. That's why he haven't been touched yet. But eventually, if he don't be careful, somebody is going to touch him too. This is not a game. What happened to just having a regular rap battle? What happened to just dissing your op on record and leaving it at that? If y'all had to catch a fade and throw some blows and throw some hands behind doors, then yeah, I can see that. But y'all too scared to knuckle up. Everybody want to pick up these pistols. And look, my generation ain't no better. We was picking up guns too. We was riding and going around shooting people and killing each other too, left and right. And the cycle just continues. But it has to stop. It has to stop. Our goal is to stop the killing two birds with one stone. And I hope, like I said before, I hope a lot of you young men learn from this lesson. Learn from this lesson, learn what to do and what not to do. Because like I reiterated in many videos, gangbanging ain't gonna never stop. Killing each other ain't gonna never stop. Destroying one another, it is never going to stop. It is here to stay. As long as we got the type of music that gives us the vibration in our brains, in our heads, that makes the demon come out of these children and make them rap the way that they rap with self-destruction. Because like the song said back in '88, you're headed for self-destruction. And history always repeats itself. This is your host with the most, Big Bang, and I'm out of here. Peace.
Double down.